Imagine for a moment that you are colorblind. You move through the world seeing shades of gray, unaware that a vibrant spectrum of red, blue, and gold exists all around you. You aren't broken, but your reality is objectively smaller than the reality of those who can see the full spectrum. In the world of human attraction, most men are socially colorblind. They move through interactions waiting for a yes or a no, waiting for a direct approach, waiting for a woman to say exactly what she wants in plain English. And because they are waiting for a language that is rarely spoken, they miss the 70% of the conversation that is happening in the shadows. Women communicate desire through codes that most men never learn to read. She is already telling you everything you need to know about her interest, her boundaries, and her invitation, but she isn't saying it with her voice. She is saying it through subtext. This isn't about mind games or manipulation. In fact, it's the opposite. It is about a fundamental asymmetry in human evolution. Men were socialized to be direct, women were socialized to be perceptive. Anthropologists call it plausible deniability. We call it the literacy of desire. If you cannot decode these signals, your reality is reduced to a series of lucky breaks and confusing rejections. But for the man who is literate, the man who can read the shape, weight, and texture of intention, the world is no longer random. It is a map. Welcome to the Aphorism Archive. Today, we are going to teach you how to see the invisible spectrum. We are going beyond eye contact and smiles. We are entering the hidden architecture of the female psyche. Once you learn to read this language, you can never go back to being colorblind. The first chapter of this language is not written in words, but in spatial intentionality. Most men wait for a woman to walk up and introduce herself. When she doesn't, they assume there is no interest. This is a failure of literacy. You are looking for a direct approach in a world that operates on strategic positioning. Watch where she positions herself. Not just physically, but energetically. When a woman is interested, she enters your orbit. She doesn't announce her arrival, she simply appears. She is in the break room when you get coffee. She is in the section of the bookstore you mentioned you liked. She is at the gym during your usual window. One occurrence is a coincidence. 3 occurrences is a pattern. Psychologists call this the proximity effect. She is creating an opportunity for interaction without the social risk of a direct approach. She is placing herself close enough to be noticed, but far enough to maintain plausible deniability. If you approach her, she was just getting coffee. If you don't, she can drift away as if she was never there, her ego and reputation fully intact. The illiterate man thinks, she's just there. The literate man understands, the environment is being engineered. She isn't coming to you, she is building a bridge and waiting for you to walk across it. If you don't recognize the bridge, she will eventually dismantle it and move on to a man who can read the blueprint. Here is a truth that is deeply counterintuitive. When a woman is interested in you, she might actually give you less attention. But it is a specific kind of less. In behavioral research, we see that genuine attraction often triggers a spike in cortisol, the stress hormone. Not the fear kind of stress, but the high-stakes kind. She is nervous because she cares about the outcome. As a result, she may pull back to maintain emotional control. She won't text you constantly like a platonic friend would. She won't laugh loudly at every joke you tell in a group. Instead, she demonstrates selective, high-investment attention. She might not look at you while you're talking, but the moment you turn away, her eyes track back to you. She might not respond to your text for 4 hours, but when she does, the message is a paragraph of thoughtful, personal content, not a one-word cool. This is inconsistent energy management. She is protecting her vulnerability. The woman who is casually friendly gives everyone the same level of static energy. She has nothing to lose. The woman who is interested is managing her exposure. She is leaving the door a crack open and glancing back to see if you have the courage to push it. If you take her pulling back as a sign of disinterest, you are reading the surface. You must read the tension. When words fail, the body speaks a primitive, ancient dialect. Ethologists, scientists who study animal behavior, identify a phenomenon called pining. When an organism encounters a potential mate, it unconsciously attempts to improve its display. This is a universal biological signal. Watch her hands. Not her mouth, her hands. Does she touch her hair when you walk in? Does she smooth the fabric of her dress? Does she bite her lip while you are explaining something? The key here is not the action, but the timing. If she adjusts her hair all day, it's a habit. If she adjusts her hair the moment you make eye contact, it is a response. Her body is advertising its readiness before her conscious mind can even process that you've entered the room. Then, there is the touch gradient. Touch is a language, but it has different dialects. When a woman is interested, she doesn't grab you, she tests. It begins with proximity touch. Her shoulder grazes yours in a hallway where there was plenty of room to pass. Her knee touches yours under a table. The message is in the linger. An accidental touch is followed by a quick withdrawal and an apology. An intentional touch lingers for a fraction of a second, long enough for your nervous system to register it. That half second is the entire conversation. If you don't acknowledge it, or if you tense up, she reads that as a no. If you stay present, the gradient escalates to incidental touch, fixing your collar, brushing a piece of lint off your shoulder. These are excuses. The lint doesn't matter. The oxytocin released by the contact does. Time is the only non-renewable resource we have. Women, who are often the targets of endless unwanted attention, are the most protective of their time. Therefore, time is the currency of interest. But don't look at the quantity of time, look at the counteroffer principle. If you ask a woman to get coffee on Thursday and she says, "I'm busy," and stops there, she is unavailable. If she says, "I'm busy on Thursday, but I'm free Saturday afternoon," she is investing. She is protecting her time while simultaneously carving out a space for you within it. Beyond physical time, look for cognitive investment. Is she remembering the small things? Does she ask a follow-up question about a project you mentioned 3 weeks ago? This shows she is spending mental energy on you when you aren't around. She is constructing a mental model of you. In psychology, we know that people only invest mental energy in outcomes they find rewarding. She is building a narrative of a future with you in her mind, one piece at a time. She is waiting to see if you add a piece to the puzzle, or if you leave her building alone. In evolutionary psychology, nesting behavior is a sign of mate selection. When a woman is secretly interested, she will begin to mark territory. This isn't aggressive, it's subtle. She might leave a small item, a hair tie, a book, at your place. She might start frequenting your favorite spots until the staff associates her with you. She is integrating her life into yours. But more importantly, she defends the space. If she mentions to another man that she has plans or is meeting a friend, and that friend is you, she is using you as a social shield. She is defending the time and energy she has set aside for you. She is signaling to the world that this territory is occupied. If you don't recognize this defense, if you treat her like just one of the girls, she will feel the lack of reciprocity. She will feel that the space she carved out for you is unwanted, and she will close the borders. Finally, we arrive at the words themselves. But we aren't listening to the words, we are listening to what she is asking you to hear. Women often speak in possibilities, not absolutes. This is the ultimate form of plausible deniability. She says, "I never usually do this." Translation, you are an exception. She says, "I'm not really looking for anything serious." Translation, I'm scared of being hurt, prove to me you're worth the risk. She says, "We should hang out sometime." Translation: I am giving you permission to lead. The illiterate man takes these words literally. He hears "I'm not looking for anything serious" and he walks away. He hears "hang out sometime" and says "yeah, definitely," but never picks a date. The literate man hears the invitation. He responds to the subtext. When she says "I'm a terrible cook," he doesn't say "me too." He says, "Then I guess I'll have to cook for you this weekend." He meets her in the language of possibility. She speaks in codes because historically, expressing desire openly carried a massive social cost for women. She is building a bridge from her side, using the only materials she was allowed to use: subtlety, nuance, and subtext. Women are not complicated. They are simply speaking a language you were never taught. You were raised in a world of direct communication, a world of black and white, yes and no. But the world of human connection is painted in 50,000 shades of gray. The signals have always been there. In the way she stands 3 inches closer to you than she does to anyone else. In the way she remembers the name of your childhood dog. In the way she lingers for a half second after a high five. You can stay in your world of directness, wondering why women are so mysterious and why luck never goes your way. Or, you can choose to become literate. You can choose to see that she is making moves constantly, they just don't look like the moves you were expecting. Connection isn't a roll of the dice. It's the ability to read what has already been written. Are you ready to stop being colorblind? This is the Aphorism Archive. Build your bridge. Learn the language.